My name is Tarmo Karotam. I'm the fund manager of Baltic Horizons Fund, the first Baltic commercial real estate fund that has been listed on Nasdaq Tallinn and Nasdaq Stockholm. The majority of our investors come from Stockholm.
What is the meaning of innovation for you?
Innovation for me is quite simply a better application of new and improved solutions to old problems. For example, in the Baltic real estate market, we've been quite fortunate to start over after our independence, very simply being able to apply the best solutions to, for example, development of buildings, management and operation of buildings.
In what way is Estonia real estate market innovative? Do you have an example from your own business?
For example, innovation has been definitely kept in mind when building the G4S headquarters that is in our portfolio today. The property is a standard, very efficient office building, and it is surrounded by what we call a Siberian large sort of facade, and that facade actually works very well during the winter, keeping the building warm, and also during the summer ventilating the building and the perimeter of the building to keep the right temperature for the people that are working in them. I think innovation very much also reminds me of Estonia's goal to grow its digital population through e-residency. So I think we feel quite innovative here in Estonia today.
If you read the international press today, for example, in Fortune, they've been writing about Estonia as the e-Stonia saga. And what is the meaning of that?
I think it was well said that Estonia sort of runs its country like a new modern startup. And I think, knowing that we can do everything online, then it is true that everyone has a digital personality. And we are definitely promoting this to people in the area.
So it's not a saga in that way. It's not a tale. It's for real. Estonia has come quite far. They are ahead when it comes to digitalization, for example.
In terms of the saga, what this means is just a summary of things that we have e-police, we have e-school, we have e-medicine, we have e-voting. You name it, everything can be done online. So that, for example, it's a great way how to cut paperwork and really save the nature.
So you think it's a sustainable environmental aspect of Estonia becoming the e-Estonia that it's called?
For sure, I think it is sustainable in ways that not so many trees need to be cut, in order to produce so many papers. As for example, digital signature in Estonia is as valid as any other signature that you can sign. As well, everybody hates bureaucracy, and I think that has definitely cut bureaucracy, time spent on paper pushing,
And the e-Estonia saga, how does that affect the real estate market?
For example, with the success of e-saga and more e-residents coming to Estonia, or more people coming to live here due to the fact that it is so easy to live here, it would affect very positively the local real estate market. And I think that's one of the, let's say, value drivers for the growth and for the development of the prices, for example, in Tallinn in the near future.
Would you say there are misconceptions when it comes to the Estonian investment market?
It's interesting to note that when we have visitors coming over from our neighboring countries, also from Sweden, there is a lot of misconceptions about Tallinn and Estonia and maybe the Baltics. Because I think we're growing so fast that if somebody has been here 5-10 years ago or 15 years ago, then the picture has developed very, very fast in a very positive way. Tallinn is much more safer than people think, and much more, let's say, friendlier. As well, people speak a lot of languages. I think corruption is definitely more under control than many years ago. So I think the business mentality has also developed a lot, openness to new ideas, and so very much so. I believe there are misconceptions still present. When you talk about Russia, our big neighbor, then Russia has been there forever and will be there. I think with Russia there are also opportunities, not only risks, but hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years we will see more business opportunities towards that direction.
So could you give some examples of the advantages of doing business here instead of Stockholm, if you are thinking of moving your office here, or in general?
I think overall Tallinn is a great place to do business. First of all, we're quite connected with the neighboring cities, for example, over plane or ferries. It takes 45 minutes from Stockholm to Tallinn. I think the mentality is very similar, but the big benefit is that the cost base is much lower here. For example, our top office rents are around 200 euros per square meter per year, where compared to Stockholm, they are much higher over there. Also, cost of living and salaries are still lower, very much in Estonia, in Tallinn. And I think maybe not to move all the operations here, but the combination of things could bring the two countries more together, and also sort of trigger more innovation and more cooperation between this region.